Bum, bum, bum.
Tension headache.
Tubin Hubbin.
Bobbin lobbin.
That's the boy. We're gonna break it down. There's a lot of whack shit in Tension Headache.
True.
So we're gonna uncover all of its dirty little secrets, all of the weird bleeps and bloops that go into it, and what went through our brains when we were thinking of said bleeps and bloops. Noggin juice. Noggin dobbin. Let's do it. So I think we'll go through the sections of the song.
Yes.
And we'll just kind of like break each little bit down.
Bring a hammer.
The things that matter. Yeah, destroy
Break
it. So the song starts out with, in my opinion, one of the weirdest sounds that I really like, and it really hypes you up for the song. And it was one of the first things I thought of. And the weird boy I was talking about is this guy, Whackport Synth. That was like the inception of everything that was Tension Headache. It was this synthesizer and this guitar. And both of them together was kind of the first like, this is the song. And the story behind that synthesizer, that if you don't know who Kreayshawn is, look her up, goddammit, because oh my goodness, so much inspiration for Tension Headache was drawn from that rapper lady, and she's very good.
Also, I feel like it unintentionally has that like 21 Pilots regional at best like bleep bloop sound. They're like beep whoop beep beep whoop.
Bit of regional at best, bit of kind of like old TWD bleeps and bloops, but then we get into Heavy Town and it goes mental. Yes.
Don't forget about the sound.
Oh yeah. So it's hyping up, and then you hype up even more with
hands right across the two speakers or your ears.
So these are the hypers.
Yeah.
So we got that, and then it kicks into the hook bit, the intro, whatever it's called. What we were trying to do is build on that kind of original. So we've already got that. That's cool. That's established, but we want to kind of put a bit more around it. So I thought this like doo-doo-doo-doo kind of like high guitar doing a thing could be cool, and we built on that to kind of add this like second layer of like a lead hook bit going on. And that kind of like adds a bit of like a tiny bit more momentum to everything, because you got that da 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 da, and then this like slower thing going on top, which is kind of like loud and epic. And there's like a few plucky things to add some like little textury bits on top.
And then there's those like breakbeat style drums that are just like based on that classic.
It's based off that, but all it is what Cooper's playing in the intro, but just like, yes, like.
Yeah.
And on hi-hat, apparently. But then it all kicks in on the full drum kit. So that was a cool beat to kick it off with. I don't know, like I feel like the hecticness of the along with these like there was discussion at one very, very small point in the song of doing it halftime for the intro, like which would have been so brutal and so much.
Oh,
but it just wouldn't have worked. I think that's all there is in the intro, and then we go to the verse. And the verse, again, with like the hectic environment that we'd already set up, we thought it'd be cool to kind of like keep that going. And so I'm not like singing for a start and like yelling. It feels very disorganized and cool in a way.
I've been feeling the wrong way. I've been looking for good days. getting hot in my headspace.
So, frickin' Taubenhaben. Let's try muting. So, yeah, that's really sick because it's like the intro again, like it's that same drum groove, it's just Cooper going like. Cooper added in all these kind of like Foley effects, which is like real life sound effects. So like there's a car driving past, there's a weird noise thing. Let's hear them all together at once because that's not scary at all. if you're not wearing headphones, that won't make any sense. But again, basically, like we're trying to create a very sort of like hectic,
chaotic. Yeah,
that's the word. Chaotic environment. And what's more fucking chaotic than someone rushed, grabbing their keys and starting a car and driving away with a heartbeat in the back? Like that's just
scary stuff.
A lot for the noggin. It's all kind of, the same principle as the intro, but just with a few little extra bits, and then the vocals are yelling in our face.
I've been feeling the wrong way. I've been looking for good days, getting hot in my headspace.
So to combat that, like, there's like a low kind of like lazy vocal.
I've been feeling the wrong way. I've been looking for good days, getting hot in my headspace.
I love that one.
you can't really hear it amongst everything, but you can kind of feel the vibe, and then it goes to like a singing vocal thing with an effects vocal under it.
Days, getting hot in my headspace. I'm tired, but my eyes won't stay down.
So that's the kind of like everything's crazy section, and then going into the pre-chorus, it's very like completely contrasted. The whole instrumental changes, and everything is kind of like shifted into a different vibe.
It turns into like an 80s dream, like dazzling, like.
That's exactly what it turns into.
Yes.
The drums have like, the groove is still there, but it's like choppy now.
Has like a way glitchier vibe now.
Yeah, which is funny because all the rhythm, like the synth and the guitars and all that, instead of being it's all kind of spaced out and be like bling. So speaking of that, it's all dreamy. Got lots of pads and things going on.
So nice.
And again, the lead's like still going through. It's still kind of like hinting at that like but yeah, everything kind of just takes a shift into this little section, little nugget of dreaminess. Going into the chorus, right before we get to the chorus, we thought it'd be funny. And I say we, but like this literally existed in the demo of the song. And I guess it just stayed because it was legitimately just a placeholder until I could think of something better. And I thought of nothing better, but it's just...
I couldn't stop.
Like,
So fun though. Like,
and now I can't think of anything else to go there.
It just adds that little like playfulness to what is otherwise such a crazy like angry song.
Yes.
Yes.
It's playful, but there's also like a choking sound.
True.
And then we hit into the chorus, which is its own new vibe. 3 vibes. You got 3 vibes in the song so far.
So far, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. lots to unpack here. Let's start with, so the first thing that kind of like built the chorus was coming like click click kind of like how Monster does, is like like it's in your face but then comes back down, and we wanted it to come back down to this bass guitar, which is doing this. And that was the first like little hook in the instrumental, and everything can like build off that in future choruses and stuff. But especially that like da-da, everything does that. So that's cool. We got a good little momentum going. Yeah.
Lemon.
Momentum lemon. That's the bass. Do you want to talk about the drum wheels?
Yeah. They're all like, which is such a like classic, like old school pop punk kind of vibe. Like that was one of the first ones I ever learned. It basically, it hits the hi-hat, open hi-hat on all the like big like bam bam moments, right? Yeah. So, like, just play them. Yeah. So it does like an open hi-hat on every accent, like on every like start of the beat, I guess, just to make it feel like psst-y.
But like on an offbeat. So it's like
what that guy said.
And then after that, it's just building. Like I think there's a little rhythm synth under it. Yeah, that's like literally pretty much the basics of the chorus, and the vocals kind of come in with their own hook bit.
I couldn't stop you under the weight of it all. Should or not, I'm not good at my own, and I don't want.
Yeah, so that kind of like sets up the kind of drivingness of the chorus, and that's just one part of it. It comes like a repeating chorus later down the line, but you just get one part, and then it hits back into the intro.
Be the wreck you want me to be.
There's also a tambourine, right? Isn't there?
Nope.
What? Oh no, it's like a. There's also.
Oh, sorry, percussion. Yeah. I think there's like what that percussion thing Cooper was talking about is a little driving shaker. What is that called again? You said it had a name? Like those things that just like fill up the kind of high-end rhythmic space? Like...
Oh, like a topper?
Topper.
Like, you can't say it in an Australian accent, like a topper.
Topper.
But it's like a thing DJs use, just like loops that are like... You know?
Yeah.
Funk sauce.
That's exactly what it is. It's funk sauce. Without it, it wouldn't feel the same. And then without it. Just doesn't groove as hard.
Bad.
Speaking of grooving hard.
Okay.
Wow. Second verse is even more chaotic, and I am frankly terrified at this point.
Your vocals literally get even more like screamy and scared.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's start out with the instrumental. Great shit. So it starts off with just like a harmonic, but like a really disgusting one. Like it sounds like someone who doesn't know how to play guitar playing guitar. And then just various layers of shit. What would you say?
I would say
else?
Specifically there's a zombie baby.
And then it all cuts to go into the second part. So that's that.
Just real quick, we wanted it to sound like someone was being experimented on, kind of like weird, this little What this experimenty sounds like Frankenstein us.
Yeah, a laboratory. We want it to sound like a laboratory. And put together with that already crazy synth that we had at the very start, it just kind of like, it's a lot. And then that keeps going, it all tightens up and kind of sucks in. But until then, you're left with fear. Yes. And, you know, the vocals do not help.
Get me out of my grave! Get me out of my grave! Do you think they can save me from all that I've done to myself?
Yeah, like, stupid. So much. I think there's like a lower vocal doing the board, kind of like,
get me out of my grave. Get me out of my grave. Do you think they could save me from all that I've done to myself?
A form and shift thing on it that just makes you feel wrong.
It's like you're sucking in helium and then blowing it out.
Yeah, like within seconds of you. So that combined makes like a shitstorm of a verse. And then it all tightens up to get into this like rappy sort of part. And all that is just the vocal with that crazy synth from the start and some drummy boys just doing a...
Yes.
And then it goes into the same pre-chorus, but we're met with a new boy. And then it gets these guys. Just like, again, like something to differentiate it from the first one. Cooper added in these little like... going into pre-chorus 2, it's like basically the same. It's still that kind of like mega shift from, everything's too much to like, no, you'll be fine. It's cool. And it like sucks up and stops in sections to kind of
prank you.
To prank you, yeah. And with the drums, that sounds pretty spicy. So that's cool. And yeah, new synth. This one's kind of like hyping it up. It's happy days, all good. Vocals has some more harmonies to them, and then it goes into the second chorus, which comes right back down, just like the first one. But we have some new kids on the block. So what Cooper was talking about before, these like percussive toppers.
Boppers, if you will.
Boppers. They're kind of chilling amongst the second chorus. Like, again, it's the same vibe. It's like essentially the first chorus, but just a few more things to kind of like build the tension and make it all spooky and cool. I called them clucks. They're called clucks.
Clinks and clonks.
And all the drums together. And yeah, and you know, everything kind of follows it. All the instruments are doing their groovy thing. And the vocals are doing the same kind of heavy, like...
I couldn't stop you under the weight of it all. Should've not.
But then I thought it'd be cool to come down lower and just like hit them with the octave lower for no reason other than it could be a vibe.
And I don't want you, you made me smile when I fall. Tension, headache, I could be there.
And then like a vocoder to remind people that we are actually robots.
When I fall, tension, headache, I could be the wreck you want me to be.
So that's cool.
Robot man.
Robot man. And then it goes into the second part of the chorus, which we've been hiding until now. Now you can hear it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like a hyped up version of the chorus, and now we have these like synth stab things going on top. and this like transmitter synth I called it, which kind of just sounds like. Some more guitars. Everything's kind of like low-key following that bass groove. Even more percussion on top, which sounds like this. And it kind of just like aids the main drum beat. Yeah, adds spice to the top. A little bit of spice. And the vocals kind of, yeah, everything gets a little more hectic. They kind of take over with harmonies and like just big notes.
I couldn't stop you under the weight of it all. Should've done, should've.
And yeah, like this kind of like really distorted higher vocal behind the main line.
Attention, headache, I could be the wreck you want me to be.
And a really low vocal. I'm back at the first chorus because I just wanted to talk about this real quick. That key line, that like tension, headache, I could be the wreck you want me to be, it like slowly builds itself up.
Attention, headache, I could be the wreck you want me to be.
And it spans 4 octaves.
I could be the wreck you want me to be.
Which is just a mega blown out vocal. And on top of that, we have this mega low vocal. Like
baritone.
And like, you know, it's processed and stuff, but it's just fun to hear all 4 octaves kind of like play at the same time and like as in your face as it is.
Attention, headache, I could be the wreck you want me to be.
And then it all comes down. We thought it'd be really cool to like kind of come down to this almost like uncomfortable level of closeness. Like usually a song will have like some sort of backing pad or something, but this is just like straight up dry guitar in your face, which is a little odd.
You want me to be. Want me to be.
And on top of that, because all that is just me going down the guitar, kind of. And then on top of that, we have Cooper and I having a doctor conversation.
Alien doctor, perhaps.
Alien doctor, I'd say that. And that's just building up to the guitar solo. And, you know, the vocals are kind of getting more intense as this all goes on, kind of like alluding to like, oh shit, it's coming.
Evil laughter.
Yeah, evil laugh. And then I get a guitar solo. So that's mega cool. It isn't, like, there isn't that much instrumentation going on. If you take out the guitar solo, which is this guy. Which is just like so blown out and kind of in your face, but it's really cool at the same time, like it feels heavy.
Talk about Shred McGee.
Yeah, but if you take that out, it's a really simple backing. Like it's just some rhythm guitars and a bass, and then Cooper repeatedly hitting the cymbals. This
Very
is
easy for me to play.
the rhythm section. Rhythm section, really simple, and then of course Cooper just fucking flopping.
Yes.
Yes, straight up anarchy in the form of a drum kit.
Destroy it.
I forgot to mention, so you say, oh, it's so easy to play that part, but he just kills us with this, like, filtered drum fill right before it. Which is just, whoa.
That's with a little ride bell in there, like.
Yep, that's what I have to say to that. It's mental, and again, all this stuff kind of just builds up to like an almost like unbearable amount of tension that you're like, oh God, please free me, and then it frees you, but at what cost?
Those hi-hats are just crazy to play because it's literally I can't even
mouth drum it.
It's that.
So, yeah, obviously everything's changed. The bass is following what the kick's doing, and it's just very much like a rock chorus sort of thing. Still got like that little pluck guitar on top to kind of like... And the low rhythm that was in the chorus before. Again, it's all elements that we're bringing back, but it's just kind of like in a completely new way, like newly arranged chorus. That's still from, you know, when it was just the low down bass groove, but there's some piano on top.
Gnarly.
And then the final bit of the chorus is just this like Cooper decided to go halftime, and at first I was like, I don't know, man, that could suck. But then he played it for me like in context of the song, and it was like, holy shit, it's so sick. Everything just explodes, and it becomes this whole new life at the end of the chorus that you would have like never seen coming. Yeah.
Fills for days.
Fills for days.
I go, want me to be. I sing with you.
It's exactly what drummers are for. So yeah, again, like all the rhythm guitar, the bass, the synths and everything are kind of keeping their same thing, but the drums completely change groove and just go to this insane halftime version of what the tom thing in the first and second chorus was, but now it's cool. Yeah.
It's like one of my favorite outros we've ever done. Like it hits all the marks. It has the gnarly drums, the anthemic shit. It's just really cool stuff.
So again, like it would be completely cool without this. It'd just be like. But there's this one thing that Cooper suggested, and it was literally while I was mixing it, he was like, you should put this in. And I tried, and it was so cool. It's this like ambient lead guitar behind the whole last part of the chorus that just like, it's all hectic and it's all like these stabs of chords and everything, but this is just kind of this like mellow thing that's kind of like...
Sorry. Yeah.
and it's so nice behind all the chords. Like if I just put that maybe with the piano and the synth stab things. It just ties into the whole thing really, really nicely.
It makes you like introspective about it all. It's like, tension headache. Much to think about.
Lots to unpack.
As it's wrapping up, you know?
Yes. Summarizes it very nicely. And I feel like the song comes to a very deserving conclusion. Like it's like a pat on the back, like, good job, you made it through. Just thwack, and the song is over.
Yes, and you get some little like ringing at the end to be like, yeah, we just hit something really loud.
Yeah. And that, my friends, is fucking Tobin Dobbin. I cannot think of anything else to say.
Put fire text on the screen. Dobbin.
Love it. If you have any more questions, feel free to leave them down below and let us know what you think and what you'd like to hear next.
Yes, literally every little bit of the song has its own story, so if you're attached to any part and you want to know about it, let us know.
Our can of worms are ready to be opened. That is Tobin Dobbin. Tob's your hub.
We have been Thob Who Drob.
That's the band. Tension Headache or Die.
Yes.
All hail.
The Eye. Stream Tension Headache.
it.
Watch the music video all of the time.
Every single time you stream it. Tension Headache. Thank you so much
Bye.
for letting us be here.